CSGA is pleased to announce the launch of digital crop certificates. Replacing the hard copy-based certificate, digital certificates are stored and managed within SeedCert, better known as the CSGA Members Area. This short video will help you learn how to access, sign, and share your digital crop certificates. To begin, log in to SeedCert. If you do not have your account number or if your password does not work, please contact the CSGA office for assistance. Once CSGA has audited and issued a crop certificate, it will be added to the Crop Certificates tab in SeedCert. Each crop certificate that is issued to you, or your assignee, or that is assigned to you, will be seen as a single row in the grid on this page. On the left-hand side, there are filters that allow you to view your crop certificates by year, certificate status, assignee, if you have crop certificates that are assigned to someone else, and by grower, if a crop certificate is assigned to you. Clicking on a filter will only show those crop certificates that meet the filter criteria. For example, clicking on Not Signed will show how many crop certificates have still not been signed. To clear an applied filter, click Show All to see your crop certificates again. At the top of the grid are options to declare harvest, to sign the crop certificates, to share your crop certificates, to export the visible grid to Excel, to view this video, and to search, which is represented as a magnifying glass. Open the search tool by clicking on the magnifying glass. In the search field, you can type anything that might be present in the grid to search by, for example, variety name. Please note that if some of the certificates have been filtered out using the filters on the left, certificates that don't meet that filter criteria will not show when using this search tool. When you are done searching, it is necessary to clear the search bar by clicking on the X to the right of the search bar to see all the certificates again. To close the search tool, simply click the magnifying glass a second time. For each digital crop certificate to be considered final and official, they must indicate total quantity of the seed harvested under that certificate, and the certificate must be signed, like the hard copy. Within the grid itself, each crop certificate is represented as its own row. If you are producing multiple fields of the same variety and class, they will all be shown on the same single crop certificate. The crop certificate will be updated as new fields complete the certification process. Therefore, we recommend only signing a crop certificate once you are certain that certification is complete on all fields you are producing of that variety and class to avoid having to sign it multiple times. Before a crop certificate can be signed, you must first enter the amount harvested in kilograms. You can use the filter on the left side to show any certificates without this information. To enter a harvested quantity, click on the row you wish to update, and then click on the Step 1 button at the top. Clicking on the button will expand the information for that certificate and show the Harvested Kilograms tab. Click on New to open an edit form. If this is the first amount you are adding, you can pick Initial Amount and then indicate the quantity of seed harvested. Click Update to save the change. If you need to change this quantity, click on New again and pick Add-on Amount for the entry type. If you've made a mistake, you can pick Remove Amount as the type. While we're here, the Estimated Quantity tab next to this Harvested tab is provided as a voluntary tool for you to keep track of your quantities before they are finalized. This tab works the same as the Harvested tab does. However, to sign the crop certificate, a harvested quantity must be set. While the amount harvested can be updated at any time, if it is updated after the crop certificate is signed, you will have to re-sign the crop certificate. So please be sure that this value is final before signing. Once a harvested amount is entered, the crop certificate can be signed. You can use the filter on the left to identify any certificates that are ready for signature. Multiple crop certificates can be signed at the same time, so click on the tick boxes to select which certificates you wish to sign, or click on the tick box in the column header to sign them all. Then click the Step 2 button in the top section. From here, you can preview the certificates being signed by clicking Preview Certificates. If there are multiple certificates, you can flip or click through them. If there are no further changes needed and no issues noted, click the tick box next to the declaration below the images. Once this is ticked, you can now sign the certificate. After you draw your signature, click Signed Certificates. Your selected crop certificates are now signed. As on the Crop History tab, each row has an arrow on the left-hand side which, when clicked, will expand to provide more information about your crop certificate and give you access to tools that will help you manage your crop certificates. The Fields tab for a crop certificate shows a list of all fields included on that crop certificate and any applicable message codes. Only the fields that have a green check mark showing in the Crop History tab will appear in this section. If you believe a field is missing, please find it on the Crop History tab to see where it is in the certification process. The seed disposal records section here is the same as what was previously included on the back of the hard copy certificate. This digital section functions in the same way, to track the distribution of the seed as lots are created. To enter data here, click New, and then enter the data from the pedigreed seed declarations that have been issued for the seed. Growers and assignees have automatic access to their crop certificates, but the Share tab can be used to share the crop certificates with anyone else. To share your crop certificate, click on New. Crop certificates can be shared with either a grower-authorized third-party account or with an email address. To share with an email address, select Share with Email Recipient in the Account Number field, and then type an email address in the next field. You also have the option to include a short message. Click Update to share the certificate. An email with a link to the validation page for that crop certificate will automatically be sent to the recipient. When sharing with an account, the certificate will be sent to the email addresses that CSGA has associated with that account. The Share tab will show a list of all the shares that have been authorized for that certificate. All of the shares will have access to the validation page for the crop certificate and to the most recent version of that certificate. If you accidentally share a certificate, or if you need to withdraw access, click Edit on the left-hand side of the certificate share to be cancelled. Click the checkbox next to Share Disabled, then click Update to cancel the share. The row will remain to preserve the data, but the share will be disabled. The email link will be rendered invalid, meaning that if the recipient clicks the email link, they will no longer be able to view the crop certificate validation page. The Support Documents tab allows you to keep all your documentation associated with the crop certificate in one digital place. Pedigreed seed declarations, grading reports, and other materials can be uploaded here for your convenience and reference. The Activity tab gives you complete control over your crop certificates by tracking all updates, shares, modifications, and previews for each crop certificate. It also tracks the account or email address associated with that activity. To view a signed certificate, click on the crop certificate number. This is an example of the new digital crop certificate. It has a modern, streamlined look and is very easy to follow. The crop certificate number, date, and status can be found in the top right. All variety and field information is in the center of the certificate. Messages are listed at the bottom of the last page, just above the declaration and signature section. In the top right corner, each certificate bears a QR code, which is a scannable feature to help enhance traceability and verification of the certificate. On a digital PDF certificate, click the QR code to access the crop certificate validation page. If you have a printed, hard copy certificate, it is possible to scan the QR code with a smartphone to access the validation page. The validation page provides information on the crop certificate and confirms that it is current and valid in CSGA's database. If the certificate has been updated, you will see the current version of the certificate on the left, which can be downloaded. This concludes our how-to tutorial of CSGA's new digital crop certificates. Please take time to explore the space. If you have any questions or encounter any difficulties, please contact us right away. Thank you.